Okay, maybe that's a little better. Garage. So, this is a 1953 Willys flat fender Jeep. Stock, probably, there's parts stacked all over it, but probably one of the nicest ones I've ever seen in undrivable shape, let's say. Dash is not cut up. The tub is not completely beat to pieces. We'll get this out and take a better look. Got a lot of parts with it. I don't know what's missing. This motor was in it, and the story I got from the friend I got it from, this is, I think, maybe possibly been in their family since it's new. The motor was supposedly rebuilt, but I have no knowledge. I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything. It looks like it's mostly put in here and put together. I did get some parts, but I thought this was missing an oil pump, but I almost want to say it's down there. We'll get it out and take a look. I've never worked on one of these. I've owned maybe one other one in the past, and it was a V8 swap small block Chevy, and I got it running, and that's about it. Had no title, which this had a title somewhere. My buddy couldn't find it, so I went and got it inspected, and I will have a 3-year paperless title. So I'm hoping I want it as original as possible, down to the tires. I want to put a soft top on it. It has a heater. I want to get the heater going. I want to drive it as much as possible. I know they're slow, maybe overdrive unit down the road. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, pretty cool little rig. So I'll pull it out and we'll see what we can do with what I got. better look. So it did have a big tow bar bumper on it that looked like it weighed a lot, so I took that off. Also, the motor did not spin when I got it, so I think these are just hand tight. We loosened up the plugs and I poured some Marvel's Mystery Oil down the intake, and just to see what it'll do. So we're about to find out. First thing I guess will be cracking the motor loose. I'll go grab a light too. Also, so the worst part of this thing, I think, is the fenders. But I'm almost tempted to pull the whole front clip off. It looks like it was off with the wires and stuff that were disconnected. It's just easier to work on it. And that radiator's got to come out anyway, because I think I remember seeing it was full. I thought it was full of stuff, but who knows? Maybe the mice got to it or something, took it back out. But body, there is no fuel cell, so we will run it off a jug to start. Tires are hashed, but I want to go right back to stock tires for it. I think these things just look cool. Definitely want to get a soft top. Take these off. It sucks that there's going to be a bunch of holes, but eventually I wouldn't mind painting it. Like I said, the worst parts are the fenders, and I think that one could be saved. I want to take that off. It needs new tail lights. I think I'm keeping it 6 volt because I don't think there's really a reason to upgrade it to 12. The distributor I did get for it will do 12 or 6. Yeah, see, like this fender's wrinkled everywhere, but I mean, it was used. The guy I got it from told me that, I mean, some of these dents, his uncle and dad were in it when they got them. So yeah, the main thing right now is to get it running and go from there. Then start going through transmission, transfer case, front and rear ends, bushings. Usually the spring hangers are just wore to nothing. So brakes, I mean, I'm sure every brake is gonna be bad. The rubber hoses are hard, but they're not the worst I've seen. So, yeah, we'll go from there. There's gonna be some wiring, choke. I don't know about all those holes up there, but I think something was mounted here. That looks like that could have been a choke, but like there is not a million holes in this dash, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm just excited. I want to see it. I want to see it going. This looks like part of the throttle lever that should go on the back of the block. So let me get a light and we'll start digging into the engine, see what we got. All right, so first thing first, I'm hoping you can see. Yeah, we're gonna try to see if this thing will spin over and start. Make sure it's up here. Not looking good. All right, suspension. Maybe I can get in there a little better. It did not seem very good. Oh boy. Oh, just barely moved. Holy. Well, that's not good. So, let me get some Marvel's Mystery. She's not spinning very easily. And I don't even think these plugs are in. That one feels a little tight, but this one loose. That one's loose. So I did get new plugs, wires. Yeah, she is not happy. Well, that's running right out of the exhaust. Should be 1, 3, 4. Yeah, so 1, 2's open. 2's open, so 4 is probably open. I'm gonna have to grab it. Wow, that battery tray looks pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't tight. Hoping there's not a bunch of gunk on it. Let's see if we can spin it over again. Try to get the set back up on that pulley. Oh, you can see it. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, she's tight. So I'm gonna wipe out the top of the heads as much as I can. Probably should get something cleaner. Okay, so a little recap is it did spin over. It's got a tight spot in it. But I spun it around probably 4 times or so. I really wasn't paying attention. It was awkward and wasn't spinning the easiest. Really should put the camera on the other side. So my hope is this was really rebuilt. Obviously, it never got fired. And I think behind the Jeep under the bench, I got an F head and an L head with this. I think the L head is the original one that his dad took out of this, possibly, and then had this one rebuilt and put in there. So maybe the other one is the factory now. The factory one for this Jeep, I don't know for sure. I would have to probably run the numbers. I don't know enough about Jeeps to do it. I'm sure that's something I can find out. But I'm hoping anyway that the cylinder walls were just fresh and it literally set open to the elements. I mean, that's not far for an intake valve or an exhaust valve to get any moisture into that engine. So I'm hoping it's a brand new cylinder wall with surface rust on it and it's making it real tight on the rings. Yeah, that's my only hope. So when we look into other things, we're gonna pour some just to give it something to eat away at the rust, hopefully, and we can keep moving forward. It's going to spin a lot better than that if we're going to hook it up to a 6 volt. Yeah, and I don't know a whole lot about these. I don't know what this is, some kind of valve for the heater or what, but the heater should go here. Maybe that's this. Is that it? God, I can't remember. Anyway, the oil filter dipstick sits right here, and it's got one line that should go right there to the top of the timing cover, and the other one comes down by where the fuel pump is. Looks like they may have, yep, it's literally covered in dirt and mud. I mean, I have a camera. We can take a look in there, but I can see that's a rod right there through the fuel pump hole. It does have a fuel pump. That's awesome. It looks like it was around since this thing was, but I don't know, all we could do is try and see how it runs. Worst comes to worst, I would almost prefer it if I had time and unlimited money. I'd like to rebuild my own. But I really want to drive it too. And I have seen other engines around. So who knows which way we'll go. That looks like fuel in, which we're not really going to worry about that because we are just gonna hook it up to a gas tank on the ground. I kind of feel like I should turn that over while it's got fluid in there. And then just worried about the one with the exhaust valve open that is straining it. It's not seating into the rings at all. And I really want it into the rings when I go around, so it kind of cleans off the cylinder walls if that's the problem. She's tight. Okay. So where are we at? Has some of this on, there's no way. I mean, is there a starter? There is a starter in it. There is a distributor in it, but it looks like it came out of the Titanic. That's an emergency brake cable. I mean, I don't know what I'm worried about. Whew. That block is probably rusty. Generator is in here. Definitely have to figure out the wiring because I have no clue. Coil is not. A little spring here that looks like it may. Spring back here, it looks like it should go. And it's got the factory ground. One of the sides is missing off of it. I don't have a clue if there's a thermostat in there or not. I think we can pull the hose off and find out, because from my understanding they sit up here and they have like a little retainer collar. If there's not one in there, I'm putting one in there, which looks like they used all of the RTVs on that deal. So I'm not gonna look at valve lash or anything until we spin it over and see what it does. Just mainly because I'm not gonna waste money on gaskets for no reason. Oh, they did. That's awesome. So there was a spare one of these in the Jeep. I'll bring you over to look at that. So that bolts to the back of the block with 2 bolts, and there's a rod that hooks to the carburetor. As you can see, bolting bolts that way would be a pain with it in there. So it's definitely something you want to do before you put it in there. Which is good. They have that on there. I don't know what that is down there, that little hydraulic line. Oh, that's the oil sending, I bet. Wow. I mean, even if some of these braided steel lines are broken. Oh yeah, right to it. Still be cool to it's cool to see that it's all original. Even all the steering. So most people put a Vega little steering box and it sits out here on the frame. That's the factory. I mean, it probably sucks and it's gnarly, but it's not like I'm willing this thing. This is, I literally haven't had a Jeep I could just cruise around. Looks like we're missing a shock too, because the shock is bent. But that's easy. That's an easy fix. Even if we gotta weld something on there. So, for now, here is that factory ground wire I was talking about. It is hashed, but so we'll probably replace that with a piece of like 10 gauge wire. Does not look like there's any battery cables in here. So there's ground. Look at how gnarly that is. So again, I think since this is going to be 6-volt, like it's got to be a big old gauge cable to go to the starter. We'll have to look into all that. I probably should get a piece of paper and write down a list of what it needs. Welcome back. Another day, next day. It's early Saturday morning. I got some parts yesterday after work. That's all I got to. So I think today we're gonna try to probably take the radiator out. I didn't get a belt. I have some belts here. We'll see if they work. Because I'm pretty sure that radiator needs flushed out. So we're probably gonna get it out and then just try to get the motor to crank is the biggest thing. Alright, gonna try to get this. Try to get this radiator out. That way we can get a nice ground strap in there. All right, I got that radiator hose off. We should be able to take this out. I could swear, yeah, definitely needs clean. All right, guys, we're still working on it. Obviously, I would have liked to have gotten farther, and we do have more parts coming. We have other things coming, still working on it. Thanks to everybody that's watched it this far along. We will get back to it as soon as we can. It's getting hard to figure out how to get parts here in time and have time to work after work. It's getting to be a little more than I thought it would be. Usually I just work on them as I have time and it's easy, but right now it's not. It seems to be busy. So we'll get back to it as soon as we can. We are waiting on parts on the Ford. So please, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.